In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 niches that are guaranteed to sell this Thanksgiving. So if you're selling on Etsy or using print-on-demand platforms, be sure to stick around so that you can get these ideas up in your shops. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, we know it's all about gathering with family, eating good food, and having some fun conversations at the dinner table. And nothing sparks those great conversations better than a really good statement t-shirt. So let's just jump right into it. Number 1, especially this year with it being an election year, political t-shirts. And most of the time, funny political t-shirts do really well this time of year. This year, especially with elections on everybody's minds, people are going to want to wear their opinions literally on their sleeves. The key here is to keep it funny. People always love a good laugh, especially at family gatherings where politics can make things a little bit tense. You can browse on Etsy for some ideas that are selling well in this niche, but you could also go to our good friend ChatGPT and just type into the prompt search, something like, give me a list of 10 funny sayings that I could put on a political Thanksgiving statement t-shirt, and ChatGPT will populate a list of funny sayings for you. Not all the time are they all great, but you can sift through and find some really good ones. So here's a couple examples that ChatGPT came up with for me. I'm just here for the turkey, not politics. Left wing, right wing, I just want drumsticks. My political party is wine and pie. And also, if there's anything that people have made a meme about, like with these debates or anything with the election, that there's like memes floating around, you could potentially turn that into a t-shirt. Meme stuff sells really well, especially for like political parties, but definitely be careful. Don't use any like public figure names or faces on your shirts or in your titles or tags, because you could potentially get like an IP infringement for that. So be very careful. And then also always remember to do your due diligence and go to uspto.gov to make sure that anything you're putting on a shirt isn't copyright or trademarked, so that you don't get potential listings taken off or potentially your shop being shut down. Just be super careful with that. And then remember, tried and true, it's always important to go through Etsy and see what is selling really well by going through, going to the search in Etsy, typing in like political Thanksgiving shirts or funny political shirts, and just taking some time to browse the platform and see what the best sellers are, what are they doing that you could, make even better. Maybe you can take a saying that's doing really well and, make your own design that goes with that saying and put your own twist to it to make it even better. The reason why these shirts sell really well is because they spark conversation, and that's why people really love to wear these to Thanksgiving dinner. All right, now let's move on to niche number 2 that does really well for Thanksgiving: shirts for single people, and specifically funny shirts for single people. If you're not catching on to the trend, funny shirts do really well during Thanksgiving time. Thanksgiving is the best time to sell single people shirts because, let's face it, everybody's got that one relative that's asking about your relationship status. So why not give your customers a fun way to respond to that? Like a shirt saying something like, no, I'm not married yet, or still single, still thriving. Again, you can go to ChatGPT to get some ideas for funny single shirts. You can also go to the Etsy platform and browse this niche. This is a good underground niche, like not underground, but it's not overly saturated. So this is a niche that you could get into any time of year, but it especially sells well for the holiday season. These types of shirts are great because people like to make light of a common situation and especially have something to laugh about with their family during the holidays. Now let's talk about niche number 3, and this is my favorite niche because you can make way more money if you jump into this one. So basically, family matching group shirts. Thanksgiving is all about family, and more families are buying shirts to match one another for the special day. If you know me, you know I always say it, I just love selling group listings because you get that one new order notification, and it might not be for one shirt, it could be for like 22 shirts. Yes, these listings take a little bit more work to get set up. You know, you have a bunch of different variations, especially if you're doing group listings with like a bunch of different quotes on the shirts. It can take a lot of time to set up these listings. However, the payoff is really great. If you're intimidated by the setup process of this, I will link in the description below my video that shows how to put up group listings, and that will help you step by step go through the process. You don't want to sleep on family matching or group listings for the holidays. One of my biggest sellers every year is family matching shirts for Christmas. We'll get into that in another video, but also for Thanksgiving. And then year-round bachelorette shirts do really well. So you need to learn how to do group listings. So definitely go check that out in the description below. Also, while we're at it, if you didn't even set up your print-on-demand Etsy shop yet, in the description below, I will also link my free print-on-demand to freedom course. It's going to help you start an Etsy shop, help you sign up on Printify, sync the two together, and get your first listings up as soon as today. So go check that out, and let's hop back into what we were talking about. So yeah, basically funny group shirts, like you could do a matching family set where it says like grateful dad, thankful mom, hungry kid, like silly shirts like that. You could also do like cousin matching shirts where maybe like 12 people will purchase them. Have you seen the shirts that are like most likely to carve the turkey? Most likely to eat the mashed potatoes, group shirts like that where everybody can join in together, and they love to take family photos in these as well. And if you're selling group shirts and you get a big listing, make sure to reach out to your customer if they are satisfied to leave a review, and encourage them to leave pictures of their family members wearing the shirts. It's a really great look for your shop to have these really good review photos, especially on group listings, because it's going to entice more people to purchase these items. Before I wrap this up, I'm going to give you a bonus in this video. I want to show you 3 products that sell really well during this time that you can apply these 3 niches to. Okay, so the 3 products that sell the most during this time of year are the t-shirts are going to be the biggest sellers for your listings that are selling group listings, like the matching shirts. So I use Bella Canvas 3001 adult unisex. So if you're doing like family matching for adults, like let's say like all the cousins or something, this would be the t-shirt that you go with. If you want to add in like family matching for parents and then younger kids, I'll show you my favorite toddler and then baby. So we're gonna go in here to kids clothing t-shirts, and I like to use the Bella Canvas Youth. This is for youth, I use that. And then for toddler, I use the Bella Canvas 3001T. So these are my favorite go-tos for youth and toddler. I just keep it the same brand, Bella and Canvas, for all of them, because if you're using other colors, you want them to be able to match the best they can. So if I'm using like Heather Mauve of the youth, I want it to match the Heather Mauve of the adult. So that's why I keep it the same brand. For the baby clothing, there is a baby short sleeve t-shirt in Bella Canvas brand that I like to use, but they do not have a baby onesie. If you're going to use a baby onesie, I prefer the Rabbit Skins brand. It's really soft material. I've gotten a lot of great reviews using this, and the price point isn't too bad. So that's the first product. The next product that sells really well are sweatshirts during this time. My go-to sweatshirt is the Gildan 18,000. This is adult unisex, so this can be sold for both men and women. Huge seller during this time. And then the next unique product that actually sells really well is, let's see if I can find it. It is aprons. So these sell really well for whoever's, cooking or baking for Thanksgiving dinner. They like to buy an apron that has like a really funny saying on it. So definitely consider these. It's an undersaturated niche, and you can get really fun and creative with this. So definitely consider. They have pretty good prices. This one's only $15.98. And if you have Printify Premium, it brings it down to $12.12, which I highly suggest you look into getting Printify Premium. It drastically lowers the prices. If you want to give Printify Premium a try, in the link in my description below, you can sign up and use code Jenny for your first month free.